let us discuss about a very important concept that is all about blood grouping. So you might know what are your blood groups, and you might have heard that your blood group is something A, B or O or AB. So how come these groups are established in individuals? How can you call a person as A group person or a B group person? Let us try to understand. So what are the four significant blood groups what we have? We have is A group, B group, okay, O group, and we have is AB group. These are the four groups what we will have. Okay, so coming to the A group person, okay, what this A group person will have, how you will characterize the blood group in this particular person is on the surface of the red blood cell, okay, the RBC. In the blood we have what are called the red blood cells. So on the surface of the RBC, if there is a specific protein spike which is called the A antigen, okay, so this is a protein spike which is called A antigen. So if the person is having A antigen on the surface of the RBC, he will be called A group person. Okay, so likewise if the person is having B group antigen on the surface of the RBC, so which will be slightly different in its structure, let us suppose, then this is the B antigen. So he will be the B group person. Likewise, if okay, the person RBC is not having any of the antigen spikes on the surface, then he will be the O group person. So no antigens in the case of O group person. So likewise, if you are AB group person, then the surface of your RBC will have both the A spike and also the B spike on the surface, that is A and B antigens will be present in the case of AB group person. So like this, okay, the groups are established as A, B, O and AB, but that is not the case. Still we have A positive, B positive, A negative, B negative, okay. Like that we have all positive, negative for all the four blood groups, which will make the total blood groups as 8 blood groups. So how come this positive or negative blood groups are established? Let us try to understand. So in the case of A group person, if on the surface of RBC, if the A protein is present as a spike like that, also along with that, let us suppose there is another spike which is called D antigen. This stands for the RH factor, the rhesus factor. It is called rhesus factor. Okay, so if the person is having both the spikes, the A spike and also the D antigen on the surface, he will be called A positive. Okay, but if he is having only one spike like this, then he will be called as A negative. Okay, so likewise for every other blood group you have the same scenario. So on the surface of the RBC, if there is the B antigen normally which is present, along with that if you also have the D antigen, then he will become B positive. So likewise, then what will be the case with the O group? So on the O group, there are no antigens as such on the surface of the RBC, but if he has only the D antigen on the surface, then he will be called O positive. Okay, so this person will be O negative, and the other person who is having the D antigen on the surface will be the O positive person. So he is B negative. So likewise in the case of AB also, so along with the AB antigens, so we have the RBC. So along with the A antigen, along with the B antigen, he also has, the person also has the D antigen. Okay, this is the D antigen. Then he will become the AB positive person, AB positive blood group person, and this person will be AB negative. So like this we have the blood groups that are established in the case of the individuals. Then coming to what is the significance of blood groups, okay. A person who is having A blood group cannot donate his blood to a B blood group person, because what will happen in that case, let us try to understand. So suppose if a person is A positive and a B positive person is in need of blood. So, okay, what will happen is the A positive person, when his blood is given to B positive person, okay, the B positive person red blood cells will all break down, which is called hemolysis, and that can lead to death of the B positive person. So that's why incompatible blood groups should not be transfused between individuals. Okay, so what will happen? What is the exact scenario that will happen? Let us try to understand here. Okay, so in the case of A group persons, they will have what are called as B antibodies, anti-B antibodies. They have anti-B antibodies. Okay, anti-B antibodies, they can react with the B antigen. What are anti-B antibodies? These are the one which can react with the B antigens. So this is by default that the A blood group persons will have A antigen but will have B antibodies. Likewise, B group persons will have anti-A antibodies. Okay, and in the O group persons, because they do not have any antigens, they have both the anti-A and anti-B antibodies in their blood. And coming to AB positive, because they have both A and B antigens, they will have no antibodies in their blood. So this is the scenario which plays an important role during the transfusion process. Now, these antibodies which are present, suppose if there are B antibodies are there, they can react with the B antigens. So that's why if the A blood group is given to B person, what will happen exactly is, okay, the A blood group will be having, okay, A antigens, and also, as I told you, they will have in their blood the B antibodies are present. So these B antibodies will react with the B antigen on the surface, and that can lead to the breakdown of their RBC. Their RBC will become broken down completely, and that will lead to the death of the person. Therefore, incompatible blood group should not be given. Okay, so out of all these blood groups, O blood group is called the universal donor. It can donate the blood to any other person. An O individual, okay, can donate his blood or her blood to any other person. Particularly, O negative blood can be donated to any person, okay, because it doesn't have any antigens on the surface, okay, and it is a non-reactive blood group. So that's why O group is the universal donor. AB group is called universal recipient. It can receive blood from any of the individuals. Okay, it can, because there are no antibodies. Any group. Okay, it is a recipient which can receive blood from any of the groups because it is not having the antibodies. Okay, in their blood. So like this, we have all the blood groups. Okay, hope you had some insight about the blood groups.